Hello, this is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh, and I have Kathy on the air, and she's going to tell me how she found the AirPods, and she did not steal them, and I did not steal them, and I don't hear any grief from anybody about my morals. I looked it up repeatedly, and you cannot find who owns this once it's out of range or unless you have it connected to your Find My Phone, and the range is 40 feet. So once you lose these, you're stuck, and there's no way for someone else to identify them. So it's pointless to take these in the police. All right, here's Kathy. We went out one day, go to Nordstrom, and I noticed in the top of your stroller in the cup holder, where's this little white container? And I said, "What's that?" You said, "I found them." So when did you find them, and where was it when you found them? And do you have any idea if you found it the same day you
No, it was not on the same day that we went out. It was a day before I had gone shopping at Safeway, and I was just I was getting ready to put something in the bottom of the stroller I use, and I looked down there, and that's when I saw them.
so it had been dropped like a bird dropped it or something, or
I
but
really
well,
don't.
what I'm a little confused here. If you went out, where did you go the previous time you went out? Did you go to Safeway? I mean, how would they
I
wind
went
up?
the same way. You know, that I had some things I had to buy, and with this is and when I'm in Safeway, I use a handicap cart, and then when I'm done, I put my groceries in the store, and I just I went to put something down in the bottom, and I looked down there, and there they were, and I was like, I had, never seen that down there, and I thought, what are these? And I thought, well, I looked at the design, and I had this feeling that there was something electronic. And I didn't know if it was money or what, so I thought, well, that I wanted you to look at them. I didn't see anything on it. There was no identification on it.
There isn't really, unless you were to put a gum label on it, and the printing is so small. I took a bright light to it, and there's a serial number on the bottom of the AirPods where you put them in your ear, but I tried a light on that. I couldn't see it. I found a way to identify what model it is. They're worth $129. This is the second generation AirPod, and only one company insures used AirPods with a $50 deductible. I think it's $15 a month. So there's no way if you took this to the police for them to find the owner, and the New York Transit Authority, the subway, says it fines 2,000 AirPods a year, and most of them don't get turned in. I don't know what they do with them though. So I'm amazed you found them in the bottom of your folding cart. Someone must have walked by and dropped them in there by accident, or it fell out of their pocket. That's the only two things.
No, when we examined them, they were really dirty.
Yeah, there was a bunch of dirt in them. I had to clean them out with Q-tips and alcohol, and there was dirt in the bottom. There was dirt in the holes.
Clean them, so they just decided to get rid of them and get a new pair.
That's kind of, why would you throw away $129 just because they're dirty? I mean, maybe they didn't know how to clean them.
They get that dirty.
They weren't dirty. The outside was dirty. When I looked inside after I figured out what it was. Now I have a $40 pair that are similar, but and now it says George's AirPods. But when I took the AirPods out of here, there was dirt in the holes on the top lid. There was dirt in the place where the AirPods sit. There was dirt in the. I mean, it was really dirty. It looked like it'd been lying in the ground. That's why I'm puzzled why where they were before they were dropped. Because yeah, The AirPods interfering with the phone call. So I'm really
Yeah.
puzzled why it would be that dirty, and why would something have been in the dirt wind up on your, unless someone stole them and figured out they couldn't use them. I don't know. I'm keeping them. I don't want to hear any grief from anybody.
It sounds really mysterious, except for one thing. I remember a long time ago, I had this terrible habit of, I would drive to the store, and I would go into the shopping center, and I still have my keys in my hand, and then I would do something dumb, like I would see something I wanted to buy, and I would put my keys down, and I would grab the item, and I would forget, and then I'd realize, hey, how come my keys aren't in my purse or my pocket? And I'd have to go back where I bought stuff, and there they'd be sitting. So if I could do something that anybody could have.
Yeah, and the problem, unlike the old days, with those electronic keys, if you lose them, you got to go to the locksmith or the dealer, and the dealer can charge as much as $800 for them.
Well, so aren't you talking about the ones for Priuses or
I'm talking in general, Mercedes, Volvo, BMW. Go to a dealer; they're ungodly expensive. Now, when we went to a locksmith, when the Prius key, we lost it or it got bent or it wouldn't work. I think it was what, $250? How much did we pay for that before the Prius died?
Yeah, it was around that.
Yeah. So it costs a small fortune to get a key, even at a locksmith. They were able to do it, and then the head gasket blew, and we had no car. So, and you're very honest. I've had money sitting here, and over the years, and all the apartments I've lived in, you've lived in, you've never taken a dime. So, and I'm honest. I don't steal. You don't steal. And
No.
now, if I found, I said earlier, if I found a MacBook, I'd turn it in. If I found an iPad, I would turn it in. If I went downstairs and there was an iMac, I would try to find who owned it, and I'd turn it in. But if it's 40 pounds, I'm not carrying it to the police station. I'd call the cops first.
I would like to pose a question to anybody who wants to make any comments. I still remember several years back hearing about in Oakland,
Hi, Garrett. Yeah, go ahead.
I can't remember they carry the cash, they do an armored car. I can't remember the official name for them. But somehow, one had an accident, and the door got blown open, and money was flying.
That was in Berkeley, and this crowd of people grabbed the money. It was flying everywhere, and nobody turned it in. And the armored car company, the bank, said that's the bank's property, and some people said it's free money. So they're insured for that stuff. That's happened elsewhere across the country too. Money comes out of an armor, the bag splits, and the wind starts taking it everywhere. And if I were standing there, I probably would turn the money in on principle because I'm on YouTube. If years ago, I'm honest, but I would have turned it in anyway. Now, if I go down the street, and there's a bag with $100 grand, I'm going to pause for a minute. Do I turn this in? Or do I take it home and give it a loving home in my bank account? But I'm probably going to turn it in. But the problem with that is you get a receipt from the police and you wait 90 days. And then they give you your money back. But how are they going to identify it any more than you can?
But you're not going to be able to tell who had the money before you. How?
The only people that run around that kind of money usually are drug dealers.
Well, you know what? I mean, I don't even think you leave a fingerprint on a dollar bill, do you?
I don't think so. But there's another thing. There have been waiters that have left, that have found bags of money from old people that were eating there. They're $8,000, $18,000, $30,000. The person comes back, gives them a reward. But some people are cheap. They won't give them a dime. I think if you find money and you turn it into somebody, they should give you $100 for that kind of money.
A lot of times the people aren't even grateful.
No, they are. People are cruel.
I read so many stories in my women's seen about somebody saving a guy's life, and I don't see anywhere where the guy repays him in any way. Oh, thank you for saving my life. And I'm thinking, well, did you offer to do anything for this person because he saved your life?
Well,
And
if someone saved my life, I'd take him to dinner, I'd take him to the store, I'd go buy him groceries, something, even my limited capacity. I shared that with, oh, thank you, and bye-bye, it's nice knowing you, thanks a lot, I'll see you later.
Yeah, but that's just, now I've seen some stories about people that were very giving. Like this one man ran to a guy, and he said they couldn't afford their bills. His mother was on disability. He was a teenager, and he begged this guy, could you buy me a dozen donuts? And when he found out that they were behind on rent and ready to be evicted, he told the guy, come with me. And he just started asking him, do you need hamburger, bread, milk? And he just started buying him everything he could afford. And he put a thing on, not on YouTube, I guess on, was it my page or...
I don't know. GoFundMe, probably.
And people started sending in donations.
Yeah. Well, there's a guy in Minneapolis and elsewhere. He's a millionaire, apparently. He goes on the street and hands out $100 bills to people because he knows things are tough. And nobody knows who he is. He's done that several times. There's a guy back east. He goes to gas stations and he buys up all their gasoline until the money runs out. And he spends millions on free gas. Where was that guy when we had a Prius? So anyway,
but this guy begging for donuts, it wasn't a scam. He was for real. I guess a dozen donuts is really cheap.
Well, it used to be. Now they're $2 a piece. Remember? A jelly donut is $2.
You used to be able to buy a dozen for like $4 or $5.
Yeah.
Or now they're outrageous. But but the thing is, the guy was, you could tell the guy was starving, and begging for donuts. I mean, that's pretty desperate.
Yeah, well,
the guy could tell that he was poor and he was thin. He looked really hungry, and his mother really was on disability, and
maybe
afford the rent.
Maybe that he got enough money from the GoFundMe to pay the rent. I would hope to. If I ever win, now I want to say something. If I ever win the lotto, and if I get 60,000 from my county connection suit next month, I will give money to pet organizations. I will give money to veterans organizations, and if I can find one worthy that doesn't waste the money in expenses, because a lot of charities they take in $1 and 90% of it is spent to pay their salaries, which is wrong. I would give money to homeless groups.
I mean, you know what? I have a unique. I just thought of a charity that would not be wasted, and it would, something most people wouldn't even think about. Okay, one of the reasons we were able to defeat the Germans in World War II is because what did this say? Navajos, enlisted in the army, and they developed the code that the Nazis couldn't figure out. They couldn't break it.
Kathy, I got to interrupt you. First of all, it was the Navajo talkers, and I believe they were in the Marines and they were in the Pacific. So it wasn't the Germans. It was the Japanese.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was
I'm not criticizing you, but you've got your facts wrong. The code talkers, and I think the last code... Kathy, let me finish my sentence before you talk. The last code... Thank you. You have a habit of doing that, and it drives me nuts. The last code talker, I think that was alive, just died recently. So remember, because the World War II veterans are now in their 90s or 100 years old. The 100-year-old Betty just died. But
Go to the families then.
what? Yeah, well,
To their families.
the thing is that finding those people, and I don't know if they need money or not.
Okay, all right, I'm sorry.
Uh,
All right.
so no, I would give money if I won the lotto to the ASPCA, not San Francisco SPCA that killed Orange Cat, and I would give money to veterans groups, the disabled American veterans,
Right.
and the temple that helped me in Santa Rosa when I was homeless and all of that. And of course, you would get money. Patty, everybody who's helped me online with donations, cat food, I would give them probably $1,000 a piece. So,
No,
all right,
I
what
think
are
it's a,
you going to do
you
today?
know, it's just, I just think that, I agree that there are some people that, if you can donate money, to help, that's, really important.
There's another thing. There have been people that one guy, one woman or man, I don't remember, back east somewhere. He was walking 14 miles a day to work and back, and a car dealer gave him a new car. And if
Yeah, I've heard of things like that.
if
Yeah,
I
that's,
if can I finish speaking, please, without interruption? Second time, Kathy. If I heard of a story like that and I won the lotto, I would get a hold of somebody and say, "How can I get this guy a new car?" And of course, if I do win the lotto, you get a new car. Patty gets a new van. I get a car of my own, so we have a second car. And then if someone doesn't know, I know someone who needs a car desperately, I'd probably buy him a car. And by the way, Orangey yesterday, he got so excited, he squeaked at me for food. And last night, Kitten came up with Mama Cat and went, meow, meow. She wanted food. She's so cute. I got to record her. All right, what are you going to do today?
I'm staying home because my back is still hurting from going to Costco, and I'm tired, and it's hot, and I had to change fans because the fan that I bought last year, the one you recommended, that uses a remote, it blows air better than the fan I had in the kitchen. So I decided to change it. It doesn't get nearly as hot in the kitchen as it does in my bedroom. I get more sunlight here than anywhere else. So.
Oh, the other thing, of course, if you win the lotto, I get you a house with ductless air conditioning and heat and solar, and you never have to worry about getting hot again.
I don't know what temperature it is, but if someone says
80,
in the 90s, I believe it.
83 right now. It's comfortable today. I was able to do laundry because I wasn't sitting here gasping for air and roasting.
In my area.
Hold on. Let me turn on my phone. Should be charged. First thing to get a lotto is buy a new phone and get new batteries for this phone. Because no, I had this charged all day. It's not active. There we go. It takes forever. But I'll tell you one thing I would do. People would see a lot of Pittsburgh unboxing if I win the lotto. Every day a new thing came in. And the trolls hated that I'm buying. You don't need all this stuff. Screw you. Screw you, trolls. And I fly you and Patty to Japan, where you buy all the Pokemon you want, and give you a chaperone. All right, let me see what the temperature is. Hold on. Okay, Martinez is 82. It will be 93 on Tuesday and 90 on Wednesday, 86 on Monday. I got to sit here all day tomorrow waiting for you.
What is it going to be in my area? It's going to be
hot. Hold on. I'm going to this phone. It takes me a minute to go. I got a lot of apps on it. Takes a minute to load the page. Oh, I found out today my Wi-Fi signal keeps dropping. Guess what blocks the Wi-Fi signal? Bookcases. Hold on a minute. Okay, Pittsburgh, California. Okay, you are 86 today. Oh my God, you're gonna roast. Oh, I feel so much better now. But you got air conditioning and they haven't opened the pool yet. Would you like to hear the temperatures? Monday, tomorrow, 91. I hope you got enough food. Tuesday, 100. Wednesday,
Oh
98.
God.
Thursday, 82. Friday, 83. Saturday, 82. Sunday, 84. Monday, 82. Tuesday, 92. Wednesday, 89. The first of the month, 84, 82, 82, and 83. So you're going to roast up there. And we're going out somewhere.
Well, you know, you know what? One thing about next month, around my birthday, it's almost always hot. It's usually
Yeah, but
really
100
hot.
degrees, that's brutal.
Yeah, it's just, you know, once the blue moon, I have a birthday, and it's not real hot. But I'm assuming, you know, that's because we live near the bay, and every now and then we get lucky and we get some kind of storm wind or something coming off the bay, which is why once in a while we'll be like in the 70s in the summer. And the more inland you get, you know, you're not going to get that. You're going to get consistent temperature. At least at least I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. I remember in the summer, me and Julie, we would go shopping, and I would tell her, we're not going to shop in Concord. We're going to Berkeley or Oakland. Why? Because it's like, what, 10 or 15 degrees cooler? You know, we would go over there just so the heat would be a little more bearable. Tired.
I still can't understand how these got so dirty if they were in the bottom of your stroller. Because they had a lot of, it looked like potting soil. When I cleaned them, it was black, like they came out of a plant.
How about this? You know, Mother, you know, I know ears don't have that kind of dirt.
I should hope not.
Where the heck did that come from?
I don't know, but the dirt I came off was, you know, when you get a bag of potting soil and you put a new plant in, that's exactly what the dirt looked like. It was not regular dirt like on your carpet or something.
You know, are you surprised that they were still workable?
Yeah, I was, because if they get wet, it will screw them up. You know, you don't want to drop these in the bathtub or the toilet or the sink.
You know, I really think somebody thought, you know, looked at those and thought they were ruined, and maybe they just
tossed them. Yeah, that's probably what they did, but or it fell out of their pocket. Maybe they were working in something, like they were a gardener or what's those guys? Not horticulture. What's a landscaper? Guys put in lawns and stuff.
I don't think there were any angels flying around and, oh, these are dirty. I'll just crop them from the sky.
But these are second generation iPod. The more expensive ones are worth $199. So, but I'm not going to turn them because there's no way to identify who owns them.
I mean, all I know is I remember hearing something. They fell out of the sky, and that sounds funny, but
well, there have been things. There have been fish historically in the famous story on One Stick Beyond. Actually happened in Chico, California, in 1923. Fish and toads and rocks fell out of the sky, and some people almost got killed by broad daylight. And there's no 1923. You didn't have all kinds of planes flying around, so there's a lot. Charles Fort, the first book I read on the paranormal, Low, and the other books had dozens of stories of things, weird eels, lizards, frogs, toads, snakes falling from the sky. No, I'm not. I'm keeping them.
I've even heard of.
Why would I sell them? I'm using them. I use them on my iPad and my Macintosh.
I've
My
even heard
iPad, my Mac Mini.
rocks on fire fall from the sky, and now if you live near a volcano and it decides to erupt, is there any chance that it's going to fly around for a while and then come down, or what?
Let me tell you, I watched a video the other night on Pompeii. What happened with that thing? It had been erupting for a while, and first to put out this big cloud of smoke, but the smoke was toxic and people started choking. But no one left Dodge, no one left town. Then it put out this huge eruption of stuff, and it was volcanic ash turns into glass to your lungs, and then it put out a third wave, and that froze the people where they stood. The ash covered them. They smothered. They died in the position they were at.
Oh yeah, that is so weird. Seeing the bodies in the exact position.
And it was sad because that would be like having San Francisco covered in ash and being found, a couple thousand years later. I felt sorry for the people. You're interrupting me again. I felt sorry. I felt sorry for the people, but the terror they must have felt for the few minutes they were alive. But your first question, if I lived near a volcano, I wouldn't be living near a volcano. But go ahead.
How could the ash? Why would the ash kill them and then be in that position? I don't understand.
Okay, first it puts out a toxic cloud that gets you when. Okay, there's a thing in Yellowstone National Park as a caldera from millions of years ago that exploded and it covered the entire country and much of the earth. In the ash is pumice, and it turns into cement in your lungs, so you can't breathe it in. But there was so much ash that their body, some people, I saw one woman or man and his child were next to him, and they were on the floor, and they didn't even get to move to escape out of the room they were in. And we're not talking a couple of inches of ash. We're talking 6, 7, 8, 12, 20 feet of ash comes down in seconds. You're screwed.
So those cartoons where somebody dumps cement over somebody and they freeze in place?
Cement takes a while to harden. You could get out right away. And there was an episode of The Man from U.N.C.L.E. where Ilya Kuryakin was covered in cement and Napoleon had to chip his way out. It hadn't hardened yet. It hardens, your skin starts suffocating. There is a famous.
In the cartoons, it always hardens right away.
No, that doesn't happen. I have laid quickcrete down. It takes about a day to harden.
I don't know exactly what ash and cement. I'm not exactly sure what exactly all the components that make it up.
Pumice is molten rock that hardens when it hits the air. And here's the fuzzy.
Yeah.
All right, there was an island called Martinique in the French West Indies in the Caribbean. It was the biggest, most populous, richest city in the whole area. And one day the Mount Pelée erupted there, or I think that was his name, and thousands of people. It had been rumbling for months, and some people left town, but people stayed and erupted one day. It covered the whole city in ash and lava, and everybody in that town, except for one guy who was in jail, somehow he survived. Everybody in that town died. So.
Yeah, they had a prisoner in jail, and he got burned, but he survived.
No volcano. There is no. Somebody asked me a question. There is no volcano in Martinez. There is what's in Mount Diablo, but it is dormant. It has former coal mines on it, and it was active at one point. It's not going to erupt.
Coal mines?
Yeah, coal mines. They were mining
Hey,
coal up there
okay,
in the
I've heard about
1800s.
something called Black Diamond Mines, and on the other side, okay, if I think it's Crooker Pass Road,
Yeah.
there's actually where there used to be a town, and they were mining for coal.
Yeah, it's
And
well. Remember, it's a state park now, but they have coal deposits up there. You can't grab any of it because it's taking state property. Okay.
I just, I was never quite sure how long there was an actual town there, and
I
I
don't
guess it
know.
was,
I remember we tried to go up there with the Prius one time when it was snowing and we couldn't get up the hill. So, and at another time they
yeah,
locked it up there.
but I mean, I always wanted to know, okay, there was a town formed there specifically to mine coal, and then one day they just abandoned it, and I always wanted to know, how, why, whatever.
Usually, when they mine coal and abandon it, it's two reasons. One, the coal vein runs out, or two, like Centralia, Pennsylvania. One day the coal vein caught on fire. It's still on fire, and they had to sell all the buildings and evacuate the town. It's been on
Yeah,
fire for about 30 years.
yeah, I read about that. But anything that has history in Contra Costa County, I mean, I'm curious. I
Um,
mean,
well, this is one reason why I hope your computer comes tomorrow so you can start looking this stuff up. And this is one reason why I gave you a Kindle Fire tablet, which you've never used. And I'm going to get you an iPad when I have the money. If I win more than 10 grand or not, I'm going to get you an iPad so you can look stuff up and still be on the computer. You can look stuff up in
yeah,
bed.
well, that's I'm really looking forward to that because, um, I've got one machine that's working, and
Well,
I've been playing Pokemon like no one's business because I have nothing to do except for read, and that's why I got books from the library. But I miss my computer, and just now that you found me a new addictive food, I'm grateful at one point, but I'm wondering how much weight I'm going to gain because these are just so yummy. These pastries. It's, but I think I prefer the cherry over the almond. The almond is a little bit overpowering, but those things are dangerous. And I'm glad they don't sell those near a Weight Watchers clinic or something.
excuse me, I have to interrupt you for a minute. This guy Cassette just put a disgusting comment on my channel. He's a troll. Excuse me, bear with me. I have to report him and block him. He's harassing me. And, I don't know why these jerks have to come in here with my girlfriend on the line. Well, if you don't have the iPad, find your phone app turned on, you can't find your AirPods. All right. So don't come in here and make disgusting comments about me or Kathy. You're going to get blocked. Okay. So, no, I will get you an iPad, whether I win 10 grand or 50, and I will get you a Mac Mini. So.
Yeah, well.
No, excuse me a minute. I got to interrupt you. Comments they're supposed to be totally hidden. They're hidden. I'm the only one that can see them. But he made a sexual comment about me and Kathy. I won't allow that crap. That's disgusting. And why they do this, they know I'm going to block them. They're stupid. Oh, yeah, I'll also get you an iPhone, a proper phone, and don't break it. Now, not your jerks. He said jerks.
I
Not yours.
I really wish I knew the free phone that I got. I have so much trouble I push buttons and I think, okay, well, and it's like the phone will send me to somewhere that I don't want, and I'm thinking, how do I make this phone take me to where I want to go?
First of all, you've never shown me the damn phone. You've told me it won't charge, it doesn't work. So I don't know what you got, but if I get money, I will get you. I will get you an iPhone. Not an iPhone 13. I'm not going to spend $1,200 for a stupid phone. I'll get you something better than my iPhone 8, which was sent to me. I'm very happy to have it, but needs a new battery. But getting a free phone, I've had 2 free phones. They were both junk, and I've got the track phone, and that was junk. So get you an Apple phone, no Android garbage. And Pooters, I'm going to keep the iPad pods because I looked it up. You cannot find who owns it if the Find Your Phone application is not working. On these things, it's not working. So please don't tell me to turn it into Apple. It's pointless. Whoever found them by now, if they were in the dirt, and they were in the dirt, this thing was full of dirt when I found it. The lid, the holes here were full of dirt. I took the AirPods out, and it was dirty inside. The case was filthy. They'd been sitting somewhere in the dirt, and who knows how long they've been in the dirt before they fell in Kathy's cart. So, but like I said in the earlier video, which you didn't watch, the New York Transit Authority, Kathy, I'm not done yet. I have to explain to this guy because he's giving me grief. The New York Transit Authority says they find over 2,000 AirPods a year that people drop in subway grates on the tracks. They don't track people down. It's up to the person to contact the subway and say, I've lost them.
Something that costs that much, I wouldn't dare drop it.
Well, they fall out of your ears. That's the problem. That's why I like headphones.
The regular headphones that people used to use, the ones I used, they were so heavy, and they would give me a headache. And I'm really, I like what they call earbuds. I've never used what you're.
Well, that's what I have. When I get the money, I'll buy you a pair and hope. I'll have you try the ones I've got and see if they're comfortable for you. Otherwise, I don't know what you do. Now, the other thing, I have looked this up in the last hour repeatedly. Once the AirPods are lost, unless you have Find My Phone turned on, not even Apple can tell you who had them. Now, they might be able to tell you if you have the serial number. I don't know. I'll have to ask Apple. But I'm not going to do it now. We're on the air.
I remember the first computer that I had.
Hold on, Kathy. Kathy, I wasn't done. Apple may be able to disable them. They may not. But when I went on there, I changed the name. I don't know who owned them, but I have no way of knowing who it was. I will ask Apple later. But I'm not going to do it now. And don't give me grief. Turn it in. Do this. Do that. I don't like. To me, that's a criticism implying, I'm not doing something right. I don't like that.
Anybody can walk by and, thank you. This is mine.
Hold on a minute. He's saying, I said to contact them just to be safe. Safe from what? What do you think Apple's going to do to me? Have the Apple AirPod police banging my door? Give up those AirPods. We know you're in there. Come on, guy. Be sensible. Give them back. Turn them in. This is Tim Cook. Come out with your hands up. Give us the AirPods. We're coming in to get you. Being ridiculous.
Talk about, it's just.
So I don't see where I have to be safe for anything. Somebody lost them and they had been in the dirt. They were even Kathy said it. They were filthy when she found them. These just didn't, someone just dropped them in their cart. And they did, but or somebody went up in their cart, but they'd been in planting dirt or something.
Well, it's just, you know, I mean, I don't have any control over somebody, you know, I mean, you know, it wasn't like, you know, I made some, it wasn't like I bumped into somebody so they drop them in. I mean, and if a person dropped them and I don't know where they dropped them, I mean, if somebody would have said, hey, you know, I would have said, oh, okay, they're here. Well, I would have had to look down to see them, but, you know, I mean, it wasn't like I didn't plan to go out and.
No. This person, it's a she. I keep forgetting that. And by the way, someone has here. Your name is a semi-obscene name. I should have blocked you, but to say I should contact Apple to be safe from what? So you're acting like a troll, and that's why I'm being angry. I didn't do anything wrong in keeping these.
No, I didn't do anything wrong either.
Well, they're not picking on you. They never pick on you, Kathy, except they make disgusting sexual comments, which is wrong.
Well, you know,
but they pick on me for everything. If I eat a pastry, why are you eating pastry? But don't lose weight. If my bed isn't made, I'm a slob. I'm a hoarder. I live in a hovel. I live in a pigsty. I'm sick and tired of people giving me a bunch of crap or anything I do online or anything I do in a video. I'm tired of it. I don't deserve it, and you don't come in and criticize me or imply that I'm doing something wrong, and you implied I'm doing something wrong. I'm not turning them into. Earlier, you should have turned them into police. Police can't identify them. Contact Apple.
You know, I'd be surprised if the police would say, well, thank you, but, you know, I can't imagine somebody going to the police to retrieve them. I think.
Well, if I lost my iPod, let's say I had my own, I lost them here in Martinez, and somebody found them, I'd go to the police. If anybody turned in a pair of iPods, but how are you going to find it? Or on the bus?
Yeah, but it's you know, I mean, it's most electronics.
Okay, Katie, hold on, excuse me. Katie, don't start this frame. The FBI is not going to look for a pair of iPods, and neither is the police frame Kathy for theft. She didn't steal them, so don't start. I'll put you in a timeout, too, for such a suggestion. You imply that my Kathy is a thief. In fact, I'm going to do that right now. No, I'm not going to allow that kind of comment about Kathy. Kathy's the most honest person I've ever known. Even my late friend Glenn, who mooched food out of me for years by making me pay for everything when we went to the ball game. God, now my mouse isn't working. Would never have stolen anything. And Kathy has never stolen anything in her life. Why is this stupid mouse not working? Oh, great. It's showing up my iPad, but not my computer. What the hell is that? That's weird.
What the hell is that?
Computer, stop! Computer, stop!
With Amazon
Computer, stop!
Plan, which lets you play over 90 million songs on a
computer, stop! Stop, you stupid goddamn thing!
Here's a station for
computer, stop! Oh, I hate that thing. People wonder why I yell. You still there, Kathy? Hello? Oh, you're still there. My mouse is going nuts. The mouse is showing up in the iPad and not my computer. What the hell is going on? I got Wi-Fi hell here, except it's not a Wi-Fi mouse. This is weird. All right, I'm going to let you go because I got to get off the iPad or I'll never get my mouse to work. Okay, nobody's going to frame Kathy. That's to say they're going to frame you is ridiculous, but the trolls will come up with any idea to attack you or me. I'm sick and tired after 11 and a quarter years. I love you. I'll let you know when the computer comes in tomorrow. I've already talked to Patty about it. As soon as it comes in, I show that it works. It's not broken, and I didn't break it. I will call you and I will call her and she'll pick it up. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Because there's only two ways to get the Alexa Dot or any Alexa to be recognized. I get sick and tired of saying Alexa. So, okay. So I'm going to put Katie in a timeout. Whoop. I put the wrong person in time. I'm going to put Katie in a timeout too. Okay, there. Now. What do I lose my goddamn temper? And poot is slang for farting. So you've got a handle that means farting. Well, the thing is, every time I say the word computer, it turns the thing about it, well, then it won't shut up. Computer, be stop. But this implication that either one of us are thieves is outrageous. I'm not going to tolerate that crap. All right. I'm an honest person. I'll find out from AppleCare what to do. Well, if Apple were tracking them, they would have contacted me, but now they haven't tracked anything. I've had these things all month. They would have sent me an email. I'm on AppleCare, and I'm not on that. I have AppleCare because it's part of my warranty, and I call AppleCare all the time. So I will find out. But one thing I hate about this channel, people telling me what to do and implying that I'm doing something dishonest. I'm not. All right. And that's when I start losing my temper. I'm going to look something up here. I'm going to read this thing, if this thing will work. You can visit the iCloud website or use your iPhone to track stolen or lost AirPods using the Find My feature. If they're within your device's proximity, you can possibly, and I use the word possibly, find them. But if they're taken from your location, you can't track the AirPods and will only see their last location. Can lost AirPods be tracked? It's possible to track them if they're still connected to your devices, but it will only display the last available location if the AirPods are not on. That cannot give you any other tracking alternative. They can be tracked till they're 40 feet away, and at the moment they're out of that range, they're gone. So they can't find them, and Apple can't find them, and the police can't find them. And they were full of dirt. If they really cared about them, they wouldn't have had them full of dirt, and they wouldn't have probably lost them. I know if I had these and they were mine, I let one out of the house, I'd guard these like they were made out of gold. They don't ever imply, and I blocked Mitch the last video, implying my morals were not what his were. And I think it was Mitch. Nobody knows what my morals is except me. I'm a very moral person. Eagle Scouts of America wrote me an email saying I was going to be in the Eagle Scout directory, and I called them twice because they did it to me twice. I said I was not an Eagle Scout and wouldn't be right to be in the listing of Eagle Scouts. I was a Boy Scout and a Cub Scout. Neil Armstrong, Gerald Ford, I think Ed Aldrin, the astronaut, were in the Eagle Scouts. It takes a lot of hard work and discipline to become an Eagle Scout. So, now let me look up one last thing. You lose them, you're out of luck. You cannot block your stolen AirPods from being used or lost. If the search is successful, you see your AirPods pinpointed on the map. They'll appear as a green dot when online connected to your iPad. The gray dot means they're offline and can't be found. They only show the last location. You can't connect them when they're in the case. They were in the case when I found them. Well, someone said it's a name for fart. All right? If I'd known that when you came in, I know poot is fart. The pooter, farts that sound real and requires no battery. There's a device you can buy. And they have things, I guess, on Amazon and eBay. So, oh, it's slang term for a female. So, it's female personal area. So, I'm going to block you at this point. Bye-bye. I've had enough. Oh, this guy. Look at this. Another troll. Now, why did that thing show up publicly? It should not have shown up publicly, that comment. I'm blocking Pooter for being an irritant and have a sexual connotation as a handle. I do not allow that. You're trying to tell me that's the name of their cat. Nobody would name their cat after a fart. Apple cannot track them when it's out of range or if someone has converted them over to their property. All right, I'm done with this. I'm aggravated enough. This says pooter is a definition for an A word. Someone says it's not female parts. And there's British English. It's none of those. A crimping tool, a bottle for collecting insects in a hurry away. So the British talk differently than we do. They always talk differently than we do. Says here it's female. It's slang for female private parts. So it's also a collection vessel for insects. Okay. That's enough. I have had enough aggravation for one video. I'm done with this topic. Anybody who brings it up again will be blocked. Anybody who brings up contacting Apple will be blocked. I will do what I have to do. But I will decide, not people that don't know me and don't know anything about me. Here's another disgusting sexual comment about me and Kathy. Goodbye, troll. what I gotta put up with. Then people wonder I don't do live videos. It's one reason why I hate doing live videos. At least when I do a video, nobody can tell me anything. So, all right, that's it for this one. This is George Senda, the guy from Pittsburgh. Have a great day, and hopefully you don't be beset by trolls and rude people telling you what to do.